Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone joining us from different parts of the world. A very warm welcome and thank you for taking the time to be with us today. It is wonderful to see you here, and we truly appreciate each one of you joining today's webinar. Before we dive in today's topic, I'd like to take a few moments to explore, to explain, to introduce about CloudFronts. At CloudFronts, our mission is simple yet impactful, empowering teams and organizations by solving complex business challenges using the Microsoft Cloud. We are an AI first Microsoft and Databricks solution partner, helping organizations transform the way they are through technologies such as Microsoft Dynamics 365, Power Platform, Azure, and data and AI solutions. Over the past 14 years, we have successfully implemented 1,000 plus solutions implementations for organizations of various sizes across Europe and other countries, including manufacturing, retail, financial services, professional services, and non-profit organizations. I'll move on to the next slide. This slide shows about CloudFronts. So we have our offices in the United States, Singapore, and India, and customers across North America, Europe, Asia, and Australia. We've had the opportunity to help businesses around the world modernize their operations, automate solutions, and ensure successful adoption through the Microsoft ecosystem. What truly sets CloudFronts apart is our expertise in Microsoft ecosystem. We don't just implement technology, we work closely with our customers to understand their business challenges, design practical solutions, and ensure successful adoption. At the end of the day, our goal is to help organizations work smarter by reducing manual effort, by automating their systems, by improving collaboration, and enabling better data driven modern scaling. That brings us to today's webinar. We'll explore how organizations can keep their CRM automatically updated using Microsoft Power Automate and Dynamics 365. We'll look at how teams working across different platforms, not within the CRM, but with different platforms, can still make sure that their data is accurate, consistent, and always up to date through automation. Whether your teams work in CRM, Excel, external applications, or other business systems, this session will show how the automation can seamlessly connect those platforms and eliminate repetitive manual updates. Okay. Next is Microsoft and Databricks recognition. One of the reasons organizations choose CloudFronts is a strong partnership we've built with Microsoft and Databricks. We are proud to be a Microsoft Solutions partner in business application and data and AI on Azure. These certifications recognize our expertise in delivering solutions using technologies like Dynamics 365, the Power Platform, Azure, and AI. These recognitions aren't just badges, but they are based on our technical capabilities. We are also a Databricks Select Consulting partner, which allows us to help organizations make better use of their data through modern analytics, data engineering, and AI solutions. Together, these partnerships reflect our commitment to delivering reliable, scalable, and innovative solutions that help businesses succeed in their digital transformation journey. The solution I'll be demonstrating today is built using the same trusted Microsoft technologies that organizations around the world use every day. And now that you know a little bit about CloudFronts, let's take a look at agenda and what we will be covering in this webinar. So I'll take a moment to speak about myself. Myself, Cassandra Rodrigues. I am working as a consultant in CloudFronts. It has been 4 years now. Over the past 4 years, I've been working extensively with Microsoft Dynamics 365 and the Power Platform, helping organizations streamline their business processes through automations. I have worked with various integrations between two platforms and CRM solutions. My expertise my experience includes implementing and customizing Dynamics 365 sales, Power Pages, which are your portals, and integrating Dynamics 365 with external systems, just like I mentioned before, which was a ERP system, and SharePoint and other business applications. I've got an opportunity to work with clients across various industries, including manufacturing, consumer appliances, financial services, and private equity, where I've helped automate business processes, improve data accuracy, and enhance collaboration between different teams. The topic I'll be sharing today is especially meaningful because it's based on practical solutions I've implemented for real world business solutions. I'll be walking you through how organizations can keep their CRM automatically updated while teams continuing working across multiple platforms without relying on manual data entry. So with that introduction, let's get into today's agenda. So the topic, how to keep your CRM auto updated while working across platforms. Welcome everyone. Welcome to this webinar. So today's agenda, uh, before we jump into the technical slide, I'll just talk about how I've come across this topic. While working as a Dynamics 365 consultant at CloudFronts, I noticed a common challenge across different customer implementations. Not all teams work with CRM. Many are working with different platforms as well. Sales teams may use external lead generation platforms or other sales bidding platforms, and other operations teams, they rely on Excel. Their finance works in they work in ERP systems, maybe like Business Central and F&O, and field teams are frequently on site. Yet everyone expects CRM to contain the latest and most accurate information. Because these systems aren't always connected, teams end up manually entering the same data multiple times. So one of the client which had approached us, they wanted to keep their third party platform active, as well as they wanted to work with CRM. So they needed an implementation where the data is synced. Is it from the third party application? It should be also synced with CRM. So that's how I came across this topic, that how our systems can be made easier when we automate it with the help of Power Automate. So the topic I'll be sharing today is based on this theme. Working with customers facing they face these challenges made me realize how much of this processes can be automated. So that's what inspired today's session. I will show you how Power Automate and Dynamics 365 work together. So we'll discuss about the agenda. So we'll begin by discussing the business challenges organizations face when different teams work across multiple systems and why keeping CRM data updated can be difficult. From there, I'll introduce a real world use case to provide context and demonstrate how these challenges arise in day to day business operations. Next, we'll walk through the current process flow and identify the pain points of the customer and understand where manual effort and delays occur. We'll then move on to the solution where I'll show how this particular platform can automate these processes and keeps CRM data synchronized automatically. After that, I'll take you through the implementation, giving you an overview of how the automation is designed and how the different systems interact. We'll also look at the business impact, including improvements in efficiency, data accuracy, collaboration, and overall productivity. Finally, I'll wrap up with the key takeaways that you can apply in your own organization to build more connected and efficient business processes. With that, let's get started by looking at the business challenges organizations face today. So challenges, as you can see in this particular illustration, so there are teams they can be in different locations, they can be different places all the more. So teams, they are working on different multiple platforms, locations, and business functions. Not everyone is working with CRM. There are other teams which are working on an external platform. There are teams which are working with CRM, and all of them, they need their data to be in sync. So employees may be working on site or updating information, in other business applications. So that's how it rises to manual updates, which increases the chances of delays, duplicate records, and missing information. So that leads to chaos and confusion in this scenario. So the core challenge is we need a solution to keep CRM data accurate. We need to make sure that is updated, it's up to date and accessible. Becomes and it becomes difficult when teams work across multiple platforms, and there are even chances where these team members can update information at one time, and as a result, it will be very difficult for the data to reflect which is correct and which is not correct. So let's consider a story. Let's consider this particular story. So we will consider Apex Manufacturing Solutions, this company. It is a manufacturer of industrial equipment used by manufacturing plants and warehouses. Okay, so this organization has different teams. They have customer service, they have production teams, finance and field service team working all across multiple systems and multiple locations. So now one of the team is working with an external bidding platform. So they are working with the platform where leads are generated and it comes into their system. Okay, so operation and finance teams, they are maintaining their information in separate systems. So we need here, there is a chance, and here there is a need of keeping the CRM data synchronized between these two particular platforms. The current process, what would be the current process? The team handling the third party platform would get the Excel sheet. Okay, then the user who needs to update it in CRM will download this Excel sheet, or the team would send him the Excel sheet, and he needs to now upload it in CRM. So the user opens CRM. Next he logs in into it, and he does a manual entry of adding the lead, or it can be any information. It here you are having manual updates. Okay, and there are errors and delays which occur because there are, like, since if there are, suppose you say 4,000, 5,000 records, then there are, if we are going by the manual updates, there are high chances of errors and delays happening. Okay, so what this hurts the business, this will affect the business by time, by it being time consuming. Manual process takes significant time and reduces productivity. This With this particular time, the particular user can focus on some other areas for improvement or any other important task, rather than sitting and spending time on importing the data. Next is prone to errors. Manual entry, it increases the risk of human errors even by importing through the Excel sheet online on CRM. If there are duplicate records, it can increase a high chance of errors. Okay, so as I've mentioned, duplicate records. Next is delayed updates. So information is not available in CRM in the real time, and as a result, it can lead to chaos again. And this impact on teams. Teams may not have access to the latest information. If a particular teams updates it and the other one also starts updating it at the same time, that can lead to chaos and confusion. Okay, so this is the current process which the users would follow without automating the system. Now we need, here in this particular example, we need a solution, okay, which is Power Automate. And with the help of Power Automate, all these teams can work together. So the person who's working on site can capture data in the field. The finance team can continue updating finance from any other platforms. Then sales service teams is working with the customer on the go, and back office updating. So she is updating CRM when back from office on site. So I'll explain the further procedure, the further steps of enabling of automating your system. So the process flow here is the first step: teams and external systems. So different teams and different systems, different other platforms, what they can do is they can have their Excel sheet. Okay, that we go on to the second step. where the Excel sheet should be structured correctly. It should be maintained in a proper table format, which can be read by the Power Automate for further validation and so on. So what we can do here is the Excel sheet which is there, we will be sending it to a dedicated admin mailbox. So each organization will be having a dedicated admin mailbox. For example, company@support.com or support and so on. These type of mailboxes would be there in organizations. So our approach would be, as soon as we send an email containing the Excel sheet to the particular the admin's mailbox, the Power Automate flow would start getting triggered, and it would validate the data, apply logic, process records, and so it would create records in CRM. It would update CRM. We can not only create records, but also we can make sure that that information is updated there, which also improves visibility. So this is the process flow which I will be demonstrating further. The first step is Excel file received in a dedicated mailbox. So this is an example where this sheet is sent in a particular email, the email admin's mailbox, that is support@apexsupport.com. Okay, and we also need to make sure that there is no other content. It should be the Power Automate flow should be able to identify the Excel sheet. Okay, I have not shown the screenshot here, but the approach which we have used is the Excel sheet. So the data is mentioned in the Excel sheet in a tabular format, and also I've added a table. I've added a column end, to the end of the table, that shows processed. Okay, so I will further explain why I've used this column. So processed and leave it blank. So this column I have added because as soon like there will be correct information, there will be duplicate information, and there will already be records in the system. So to avoid duplicates happening in the system, we are using this particular process, where as soon as the Power Automate passes, like it goes to that record while creating it, it will show the record that it is through, like processing is equal to true. That means the record has been created in the system. If it is false, it means that error has been generated, error has been encountered, and as a result, the record cannot be created in the system. Okay. So the first thing is Excel file received in a dedicated mailbox. Okay. Then moving on to the next step, the Power Automate flow triggers will run on this incoming email. So this is the first trigger step of Power Automate when a new email arrives. Okay, and I have mentioned the email of the admin's dedicated mailbox. Okay, and the subject filter. So what I can do here is, for to avoid this automation being run on all other emails. Okay, so I wanted to only run for this emails in this case. So the subject filter will be as Apex Manufacturing Solutions, Dynamics, and Prod. So as I go to the previous slide, this is the subject line which is here. So it will run for only this type of emails. The next one is get email. So the next step is we need to retrieve that email's details. Okay, so this is how we get email by using this step. Also here below, I have shown the ways of handling the flow by using try and catch. So in case if there is any error encountering here, so it will go to the catch block, or else it will process. So I have done error handling here as well. Okay. Next is we open the try scope. So in this particular step, we are getting the attachment, we are getting the file in that particular system. So the next step is we are checking if the Excel file, if it is an Excel file, it should only process if this is an Excel file, so the name contains .xlsx, the extension of the file. So it will run for this particular condition. If it is true, what we're doing here is we're creating this file to SharePoint, because as I had mentioned before, I need to know whether the records have been processed or no. So that's why I will be creating this file in SharePoint, so that I can see what are the records which are created here, which are successful records and which are not successful records, which are failure usually. So here I'm creating the file to SharePoint. Okay, where I'm attaching the folder part, the file name, and the file content. Moving on to the next slide. Now I'm processing the Excel sheet. So I'm getting the tables, I'm retrieving the tables from the Excel sheet. And the next step is I'm listing the rows which are present in the table, basically processing the Excel sheet. Next is list rows. So I'm doing a list row step here to see if there are existing leads which are already present in the system, because I don't want duplicate records getting created in the system. So I have done list rows. So it will be checking every lead will be having an ID. There is an ID in the sheet. So it will be checking, and if there is if the lead exists, it won't get created, and the process column will be set as false. So that means the record has not been created. And if the record is not present, then it will be created, and the process column in the Excel sheet will be populated as true. Okay, so this is the step of updating the process column to true. Okay, if there is an error encountering, then it will be updating this as false. I've also added a delay because these processes are large entirely. So I have put a delay so that it, like, I want all the records to get passed through the automation. Next is moving the file to processed. So what I've done here is I have created a separate folder in SharePoint, and where I can see all the sheets which have been processed. So this file gets moved to the process section. And also to automate this further, I can send an email mentioning the user that this automation has been completed, and we can you can view and review the records for the same. So this is how you don't need to check manually that okay, is the flow completed. Don't need to do that. Just you can get notified by an email. Okay, this was one example of showing how leads are synchronized. It can be any other data. So there was one more requirement from one of my client where they get contacts from their promotion list, and we need to update CRM. So what I have done here is, earlier I used to, when I had joined, I didn't know how to use Power Automate well. So I used to go to open an Excel online from CRM itself and try to update it. But I found that very time consuming. So now I've automated that process further, where I can just I put the sheet on the SharePoint and I follow these steps given. So I just start, like, I manually trigger the flow, or you can even automate it when by this using this step. So these contacts are created in the system without any duplicates, and we can get a clarity which records have been processed and which are the records which have failed here. So the next step is so explaining about this slide, I'll give you an examples how you can automate your system. So the next is code automation. If you need to if you need to bulk upload your codes from the system, from another system, this can be used in this similar way. As well as if I need to bulk close codes as one or loss, so I can do it using this similar approach. So the second example of automation here is quote automation. The third one is users receive automated email notifications based on business stages and actions. So if I want to know the status of a particular case, or if I want to know the status of a particular opportunity, so based on the BPF stages, I have set up automations where when the stage moves to a next, to the next, like suppose it has moved to the negotiate stage or any other stage or to the close stage, the manager or whoever is needed to be informed is known by this automation. So the next also cases, there are different cases. One particular prospect had different types of cases, so it was very difficult for them to track where which case is on which stage. So we have enabled and we have worked and delivered a solution, automate solution, that when it moves to a different stage, people are informed that this case is currently in this particular stage. Also, the case has been closed, the updates. We have also done one automation for follow up cases. So if a particular manager wants to review all the cases which have been done for a particular month, there's no need of going and searching. We can automate it by sending email updates, so all the records which have been there are shown in the particular email. Okay, so this key outcomes has reduced manual effort. They have improved data accuracy. It has improved better collaboration and faster decision making. And also, one more thing which I have missed here is activity automation. So your task, the meetings, follow ups are automatically created to keep teams organized and ensure timely communication. So even if we need any automations based on a particular like if the case has reached to a particular stage and we need to follow up, so we have set automations for that, for the same. Next is business impact. So this has reduced manual effort. It has eliminated manual data. It has eliminated manual effort, entries, and updates. Reduced repetitive administrative tasks. Teams can focus on high value activities. So faster lead processing. Leads are created and updated automatically. It reduces processing delays, enables quicker follow ups and response to customers. So not only for lead, but this can be done for any other activity, for any other activities or leads or opportunities, any other entities as well. Improve data accuracy. This has reduced duplicate records, minimizes manual efforts, ensure consistent information is in the system. Better collaboration and visibility, real-time information available across teams, improves transparency and communication, and every team can see and can access this information and can also access the up to date information. Reliable reporting, so up to date and accurate CRM data, improved dashboards and reports, better insights leading to informed business decisions. So, the conclusion here, modern organizations operate across multiple teams, systems, and platforms, making CRM updates increasingly difficult. So, with the help of Power Automate and Dynamics 365, organizations can automate repetitive tasks, improve data accuracy, and ensure information flows seamlessly across teams. Automation is not about reducing effort, it is enabling employees to focus on meaningful work, improve collaboration, and make better decisions using reliable and up to date information. So, the key takeaways from here is business data often originates outside CRM. Manual updates is not needed, it increases delays, errors, and so on. And accurate and data up to date data improves collaboration and reporting. Okay, reliable CRM data leads to better decision making. When data flows automatically, teams can collaborate well as CRM also remains a trusted source. So also this scenario which I have done is just one example, but you can apply this to many other processes. In different customer implementations, we have automated lead synchronization, quote lifecycle management, business process notifications, and so on. And this is fruitful. It protects client confidentiality and reinforces that the techniques you're presenting are broadly applicable. You can also say, you can also, use this anywhere, even for your personal updates as well. Like if you want to have your personal information where you are notified that these are the things, these are the reminders which you need to set, so you can automate the system in this way. Okay. Although the business scenarios vary, the underlying principle is the same: using Power Automate to keep business data flowing automatically into Dynamics 365. Okay. This brings to the end of today's webinar. Thank you all for taking your time to join us. I hope this session has given you practical insights into how Power Automate and Dynamics 365 can simplify your CRM updates and help teams work efficiently across different platforms. Okay, if you have any queries, you can email transform@cloudfronts.com, as well as you can follow me. You can approach me on LinkedIn on my name as Cassandra Rodriguez. And yeah, if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them right now. Thank you once again, and I hope you have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you, everyone.